Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. I'm not going to stay on for too long, but I had to just tell you guys about a story that was sent to me by Faye Bishop regarding the Centers for Disease Control. The Centers for Disease Control just made an announcement about testing for the virus that has baffled scientists and really brought the Biden administration under a lot of suspicion, to be honest with you. It's made a lot of people wonder what's really going on here. And I'm going to read this to you in a minute. But before we get started, go ahead and get comfortable, and we're going to get started right now.
Here we are, clearing the isms, cataclysm, great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones who late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to co-sign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. I had to come in here for a second. I just finished. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a football fan, and also Tom Brady is actually my favorite white guy. I have a lot of admiration for this guy, and I've been following his career for a while. So congratulations to the Bucs fans who were cheering for Brady to win a championship. And I feel sorry for anybody in New England who thought that it made any sense to let this guy go. I don't know what they were thinking, but let's move on. Here's the issue. I just got this article from Faye Bishop. Faye Bishop follows me on Instagram. She sends me stuff every now and then, and I respect her. And it's a weird announcement from the Biden administration, from the Centers for Disease Control. Basically, the CDC under Biden is literally, according to the New York Times, they've announced that people who don't have symptoms of the virus, I'm not going to say that other word because, they've got the censors online that will block you and shut down your channel if you talk about the virus and don't say things they don't allow you to say. But the virus, y'all know what virus I'm talking about, that literally if you have no symptoms, you're not supposed to get tested. They've literally stepped forward and said that anybody who has no symptoms is recommended to not get tested. Now, this is very shocking because before, if y'all remember, before the election, everybody was supposed to get tested. Anybody remember that? Give me a yes or no if you remember that. If you remember when they talked about how most of the infections and most of the super spreader events were happening with people who were asymptomatic. Anybody remember that? Give me a yes or no if you remember that. Where they literally said that it doesn't matter how healthy you look, that you should walk around as if you are radioactive and as if you're going to kill your grandma just by calling her on her birthday. Anybody remember that? You know what I'm talking about? You get somebody a hug, they're calling you a mass murderer. Anybody remember that? Yes. Well, check this out. This is deep. This is real deep, and this is really interesting. I'm going to let you guys, y'all smart, y'all intelligent Black people, so I'm not going to tell you what to think. I'm just going to read some of this to you and let you do your own analysis. So this is according to the New York Times. Give me a yes in the chat to make sure you can hear me okay. Give me a yes in the chat to make sure I'm coming through. Hit the thumbs up button too also. The title of the article is that CDC now says people without COVID-19 symptoms do not need testing. The revision prompted confusion and alarm from experts who called the move potentially dangerous. The CDC and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention quietly modified, notice the word quietly modified its coronavirus testing guidelines this week to exclude people who do not have symptoms of COVID-19, even if they have been recently exposed to the virus. Experts questioned the revision, pointing to the importance of identifying infections in the small window immediately before the onset of the symptoms, when many individuals appear to be most contagious. Models suggest about half of transmission events can be traced back to individuals still in the so-called pre-symptomatic stage before they start to feel ill, if they ever feel sick at all. So I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna continue to read this too much though, because I'm looking actually for updates on this article. This article was updated on December 2nd in the New York Times. Now, my hopeful assumption is that the Biden administration has changed this. Give me a yes or no if this has been changed at all. Because if this is the case, if this article, which it looks like it was updated in the New York Times on December 2nd, is true, then I'm trying to figure out how they think that testing less people is going to benefit society, if it's going to make people safer. Because if you're telling me that not having symptoms means I should not get a test, then that would sort of be in complete contradiction to what I was being told before that. And the other interesting thing is that, you know, you have a lot of folks out here, a lot of Black folks that are being made fun of because we're afraid or we're concerned about taking a vaccine that hasn't been fully tested over a number of years. Well, you know, I don't think those people are crazy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do because we believe in freedom. Something that people don't believe in. I believe in freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of thought. But you know, at the end of the day, it's not crazy to think that. So I'm trying to figure this out. So maybe if somebody can give me an update, because one thing about this article that does concern me is it is the New York Times, and the updated date was December 2nd, 2020. And that was after the election was over. Now, I don't know if that was Trump's team that made the CDC do this or if that was Biden's team, but I would hope that that's not the case. I'm hoping that Biden and the crew are still going with the model of testing as many people as possible, because if it is the case where they still haven't revised this mandate, then that could be a serious problem, and it would really show a tremendous amount of hypocrisy, because now that the election's over, you want your numbers to be good. I'm not saying this is the case. I'm saying this is a possibility. Remember, China, went around first. The virus breaks out in China, and then a few weeks later, they're leading the nation because they said we cleaned it up. We did such a great job. We're so smart. No, you just weren't testing anybody. That's what it was. You weren't actually looking for it. If you're not looking for something, you're not going to find it, right? So ultimately, I'm not really sure what games are being played here, but I'm going to be really curious to see how they treat all of this in the near future. And I can tell you, so if you want to read the article yourself, I encourage you all to get your own information. This article is in the New York Times. The title is CDC now says people without COVID-19 symptoms do not need testing. The original published date of the article by Catherine Wu was August 25th of 2020. So that makes me wonder, okay, so that's under Trump, clearly under Trump. But the updated date of the article, the date the New York Times reviewed the article and updated it, was December 2nd, 2020, which means that as of December 2nd, after the election, they were still saying this. So I'd be curious to know what the CDC's position is right now. And if you want to read more of in terms of what they're actually saying, it also says that this is potentially dangerous, says Dr. Krutika Kuppalli, who's an infectious disease physician in Palo Alto, California. Restricting testing to only people with obvious symptoms of COVID means you're not looking for a lot of people who are potential spreaders of the disease. And also, they said at the moment when experts have almost universally come forward to encourage more frequent and widespread testing, especially to reach vulnerable and marginalized sectors of the population, the CDC's update appears counterintuitive and very strange, said Susan Butler Wu, a clinical microbiologist at the Keck School of Medicine at the University of Southern California. Just weeks ago, the National Institutes of Health announced the first round of grant recipients for its rapid acceleration of diagnostics program to scale up testing in the coming weeks and months. On the agency's website, officials underscore the importance of prioritizing tests that can detect people who are asymptomatic. So I would love to see what the current status is. I'm going to say this, that the article in the New York Times, this is a December article. So I'm going to make that 100% clear. This is not a January piece. When I got sent it, I thought that it was this week. And then I just looked at the date and I realized that the updated date was December 2nd. But that's still recent enough that it leaves me concerned. It makes me wonder if they've changed this policy. And if they haven't changed the policy, then I would like to know why. But without that being said, one thing I can say that I think is uncontroversial that I hope you can agree with me on is that overall, as Black folks, we got to think about our health. I always talk to you guys about wealth, and we know that health is wealth and wealth is health. Well, because you're healthier when you're wealthier, and you're wealthier when you're healthier. So, but overall, those things have to go hand in hand. When everybody's talking about the medicine you need to take, taking a vaccine, getting a shot in the arm, or going to an expensive doctor. Well, how about we talk to some of these holistic people that are in our community, like Dr. Charm Timms and others, or my brother, what's his name, the Minister of Wellness, Nathaniel Jordan, and let them show us how to strengthen our immune systems. How about we listen to people? Terrence says cmossdad.com. That's his website, cmossdad.com. How about we go and look into things like CMOS, and how about we look into things like exercise, and maybe cutting down on the unhealthy food that we eat, right? I mean, do you need so much salt on your soul food? So I would just tell you at the end of the day, I'm not here to promote a conspiracy theory. I'm not here to tell you exactly what the government's doing. I do believe in conspiracies to some extent, meaning that we know for a fact. There's no disputing that conspiracies have been played on us. But is everything a conspiracy? No, it's not, right? You have to use your head. You have to be a rational thinker. But at the same time, do I think that all of this nonsense in terms of how they're managing all this, is it politically motivated? Yes, it is. It has politics written all over it. It has economics written all over it. China, it's not a coincidence that China was the only major economy on earth to have positive gross domestic product this year. It's because China is very strategic. They achieved tremendous economic and political goals during the pandemic. They were achieving their goals during the pandemic. So people are playing chess, and I need y'all to play chess too. So the best way to play chess, one thing about chess is they teach you that prevention is just as important as reaction. So prevention means think about your health. Get up off the couch, walk a mile every day. Do some exercise. Watch what you eat a little bit. Take care of your immune system, because these viruses, it appears, they attack people whose immune systems are not very strong. And you can't sort of allow yourself to lay around and be victimized and then be upset because you were a victim. We can do something to prevent that. So I'm not dogging anybody. I'm just encouraging you that you have to think for yourself, because these people aren't going to think for you. These people don't care about you, and they're not going to look out for you. So that's my 2 cents on the issue. I'm going to keep researching this. Let me know if you find anything on this. You can feel free to follow me on Facebook. You can look up my name, Boyce Watkins. Send me a message. If there's more information out here, I should know. If the CDC has changed that policy, let me know. As of December 2nd, according to the New York Times, their policy was that if you are asymptomatic, you should not get tested. I don't agree with that. I think that they should be testing everyone. That's one thing I do believe, but I also don't believe that we're all going to die. 99.9% of us are going to survive. And so I don't think it's the Armageddon or the end of the world. So I'd be really curious to see how the Biden administration handles all of this. Okay. So you can just find me on Facebook at Boyce Watkins. Just look me up. Also, I'm on Twitter at Dr. Boyce Watkins 1. So feel free to follow me on Twitter. And by the way, in case you didn't know, we actually have an audio version of this podcast on Spotify. You can go to the drboycebreakdown.com or just look me up on Spotify if you want to listen instead of watch or something like that. It's totally up to you. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good day. And I'm actually going to go watch some more football. I ain't going to lie. I can't wait to see the Chiefs and the Bills and see who wins that game. But Tom Brady's my guy. I was real happy to see him get to another Super Bowl. So anyway, take care. Have a good night. And I'll see you soon. Be good. Peace.
Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones who late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to co-sign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.